Hey everyone, my name's Christy. Welcome to my corner. Thanks for joining me today for Flossmas number 13. It is December 13th, 2023, and this is a daily video series about cross-stitch and crafting and the things that I'm doing during the day, and where I open a tiny present from the Forbidden Fiber Co. Advent Calendar. This is actually my first cup of coffee of the day, and I wasn't going to have any. I thought, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't need coffee. And then I started getting a headache. And at first I thought perhaps it was the antlers growing out of my head. And then I thought, no, I might need coffee. I might need caffeine. That's what I'm doing. It's another white chocolate mocha creamer. No, peppermint white chocolate creamer. I put a little more in so I can taste it, but it's a little too sweet. I just don't like my coffee super sweet at all. So today we have a little gifty from the Forbidden Fiber Co. Advent Calendar. I don't have any, I have 2 more cards, the 2 more stitch cards that I made. And then I started working on my embroidery class and I played around with my sewing machine and stuff like that. So let's get started. First things first, the Forbidden Fiber Co. Advent Calendar. And the way this works is on odd days, you get a little gifty. And on even days, you get, there's one kitted pattern. And on even days, you get a floss. And then the pattern that has that floss in it. So like the pattern with that floss added onto the rest of the stitch. So today is an odd day. And we have a little gifty. It's like a tube in a thing. So what is it? What is it? And this is a Christmas Carol theme. I don't know why I have to pause every time. It's a Christmas Carol theme, so it's very sort of Victorian-y. Ooh. Self-threading needles. That's interesting. But these are embroidery needles? These are not. These are sharps. These are sharps needles, which is actually really helpful for me because I do embroidery. And there's something else. Oh, that's lovely. That's a needle case that I'm throwing on the floor. That's a really nice. Hold on, let me get the thing. Any good sewist needs multiple needles. I'm always looking for one for a variety of reasons. I love that these wooden needle cases screw closed, and they each come with lots of needles in various sizes. Drop it in your project bag or next to your stitchy spot and never go on the hunt for another needle. Does it have needles in it? Sorry, I'm opening it. It does not. Okay, so it's empty. This is a nice, like, wooden needle holder. What, a needle case. That's nice. Look at that. And these kinds of cases not screw on like this, although some of them were really common in the Victorian era. So some of you may know that I'm super into antique sewing notions and paraphernalia and sewing machines. In fact, I have a tiny sewing machine collection. I did a little video linked down below. But these sort of needle cases, etuis, E-T-U-I, is like a needle, like sewing. It's like a sewing kit that usually has scissors, a thimble, maybe a laying tool, needle case, stuff like that. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, let's talk about the things that I did yesterday because it didn't quite go as planned, but it was fine. So first of all, I told you that I was going to start working on my embroidery class, my mixed media embroidery class that I'm doing through the Embroidery Guild of America. And the first lesson was using fusible fabric, basically to make a fabric out of orts, which are your little ends, your little stitchy ends. And hold on, sorry, I'm looking for the page. Sorry. It's like I can't get to the page I need. There we go. So lesson 1 was working with soluble fabric. And essentially you're taking like a sulky fabric, a sulky stabilizer, water-soluble stabilizer, putting some orts in it, sewing on it in like a free motion quilting motion, and then you end up with a thicker fabric, okay? And so I did that, and I ended up with a thing. These are definitely a thing. Now in the book, she's doing them with she has making them into jewelry and stuff. I'm not making these into jewelry. But as part of my class, I have to make a piece. Well, I can either make like little pieces of each thing or make a whole scene that has two versions of each lesson in it. So I think what I'm going to do is make a landscape scene, and this is like, this technique is like the foreground, like land, if that makes sense. So that's what I did yesterday. It took a long time. So I had some issues. I also mended my husband's jeans, which it's pretty visible, but it's not like my kind of visible, which it would have been like red and green. So he now has jeans he hasn't been able to wear for several months, and he can wear now. I had some trouble with this whole like free motion quilting, free motion darning thing, sewing thing. I mentioned yesterday that my feed dogs, I can't get my feed dogs out on my sewing machine. And so I ended up I had a darning plate that snapped in. Fantastic. Well, then it says use a plastic, either a plastic embroidery foot or a regular zigzag foot. And the zigzag foot is just like the normal foot. Well, when I do that, it's too tight and I couldn't move the fabric around, and so I did this first because this was less delicate than the art project. I tried this first and I could not move the fabric at all. So I had at one point bought one of those kits of sewing machine feet, and I had a darning foot. And I'm like, okay, well, let's put this on. Well, I have no idea how to put it on. So I'm like watching videos to learn how to put it on. I put it on and it was great. Now, the issue, of course, is that I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So my tension is terrible. So like, if you look at this one, actually isn't that bad. I think by the third one, I got much better. But like, if you look at this one, the front, I'm just going around in like squiggles and stuff. The front looks fine. The back is a complete disaster. Like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. So by the third one, which I think was this one, judging by how much neater it is. Yeah. Anyway, it took hours. It took hours to figure this out. And this is going to be my screenshot. People are going to be like, why is she holding up like weird things? I don't know. I don't know why I'm holding up weird things. All right. So I did that yesterday. And this was a good experiment. And I think I figured out how to do it. I have to not move so fast. I think the problem was I was moving it too fast, because the underside, the back of this mending is also kind of a mess. And I just put a stabilizer underneath, a fusible interfacing underneath, so it doesn't like rub his leg all raw. But hopefully this will loosen up as he washes it and wears it. All right. I did that, and then I also made more cards. So I am embroidering on cardboard for a Christmas card. And today I have these two to show you. 2 more trees. And I think they're great. So this one's using a quite variegated floss. I think it is, no, it's not Bizarre. What is it called? Earth. I think it's called Earth by Dying for Cross Stitch. Dying for Cross Stitch with a D-Y? And I think that's called Earth. And then this one is just a tonal overdyed green. but I like them. I like them very much. I don't love them as much as the other tree that I showed you yesterday. Those are definitely my favorite trees, but I do like these. And then I have a couple more that are already punched out, and I will finish them up and then send them out to my international peeps because it's going to take a while to get there. And then I will do another batch and send them out to my domestic peeps. Yeah, that's my plan. That's where I am now. My next already kind of set up is working with Tyvek for my class. And Tyvek, I think it's Tyvek. Sorry. You guys have to listen to so much stuff from me. Or like, wait. Tyvek. Tyvek. So basically, it's this interesting material that when you hit it with heat, it like bunches up. And it is like, I feel like those white suits, what are they called? By like DuPont. They make like white suits that you wear, like hazardous material suits, I think are made out of Tyvek. But you can buy it in sheets. And a lot of people use it for origami because it's very thin, but it's very strong. So it won't, if you're doing origami that you want to last, it won't mess up. And so I have a sheet over there I've painted it green. I'm going to try and make it into trees, see how that looks. And I have a heat gun that I will spray on it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Who knows? So that'll be either today or tomorrow. Yeah, and it's afternoon. I've already had a full day. It's 2 o'clock. So I don't know how much more I'm going to get done today. I do want to stitch some more cards. I do want to try playing with that Tyvek. And I want to... Oh, I need to stitch on my piece, the pattern for the advent calendar. Because I have the next color from yesterday has like 160 stitches that I can totally finish tonight. And I'm having a little chick chat Zoom with my friends, so that'll be fun. I'll be able to work on cards during that chat. Yeah, that's it from me. I had to go to work today, so I'm a little discombobulated, but good things happened, and I'm at 12 minutes and I'm just babbling. So I'm going to let you go. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll have a new floss. I'll have some stitching to show you, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Take care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye.